In the heart of the Arabian desert, where the sun burns the sands, and souls are forged by faith into warriors, there stood a man whose name made the enemies of Islam tremble, and whose courage became a legend for generations to come. They called him, the Sword of Allah. Khalid bin Walid. A man who never lost a single battle. A commander whose victories were written not in blood, but in faith. But who was Khalid bin Walid? Before he became the undefeated general of Islam, he was born into the noble tribe of Quraysh. A man of strength, intelligence, and unmatched courage. From childhood, he mastered the art of war. The sword, the horse, the battlefield, that was his world. Leadership was in his nature. But Allah had chosen for him a purpose far beyond power or pride. A greatness not of the throne, but of faith. In the early days of Islam, Khalid fought against the Muslims. At the Battle of Uhud, he commanded the cavalry of Quraysh. The very force that turned the tide against the Prophet's army. But destiny was already in motion. The same strength that once opposed Islam was destined to become its greatest shield. When the truth finally entered his heart, Khalid did not hesitate. He placed his sword at the feet of the Messenger of Allah. And then raised it again, this time, for Allah. From that moment, Khalid bin Walid became the defender of faith, the symbol of courage, and the sword that would never break. One battle after another, Mu'tah, Yamamah, Yarmouk. His name echoed across deserts and empires. When others feared the Roman or Persian legions, Khalid would smile and say, "The fire of battle is my comfort." At Yarmouk, when the Muslim army was vastly outnumbered, Khalid declared, "We do not see numbers, we see destiny." Then he mounted his horse, raised his sword high, and cried out, "Allahu Akbar." And from that moment, history changed forever. Khalid's strategy was unmatched. A mind that understood both the sword and the soul. He fought not for glory, not for wealth, but for the pleasure of Allah alone. And yet, despite his victories, he remained humble. When people praised him, he wept and said, "It is not I who conquer, it is Allah who grants victory." He lived as a soldier, and left this world with no crown, no palace, no throne. Only a sword by his side, and faith in his heart. In his final moments, Khalid looked upon his scars and said, "I fought in 100 battles. Yet here I die on my bed, like a camel." For a warrior who longed to meet Allah on the battlefield, that was his only sorrow. The story of Khalid bin Walid is not merely a tale of war. It is a story of faith. Faith that transforms a man from a warrior of pride into a warrior of God. In a world that worships power, Khalid reminds us, true strength lies not in weapons or armies, but in a heart that fears none but Allah. He never lost a battle, because his victory was not in his sword. It was in his faith. This is the legacy of Khalid bin Walid, the sword of Allah. This is Legends of Islam, where faith meets courage. Subscribe now, and discover the stories of heroes who changed the world through faith.